season as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense.
Let's go.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bitter. Always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Handoff from the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the misfire, it's second down. To throw, it's McNamara. Quickly to the tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight end is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
He leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! What a catch and run for 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working with perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. He's gonna pass. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to him. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Lobs it off the back foot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Down a touchdown right out of his chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there. Gonna take a shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had two safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping to throw and getting the pick.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And here comes the offense on second down. Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And stick him to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Quarterback checking off. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. On the run, fires downfield. And the misconnection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Takes the grab. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Good route running by the receiver on that corner route. He was really able to make a sharp break and then run toward the open hole in the defense.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They'll run it. It's Johnson. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be
going for the big play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Gators want to move quickly. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. This time on target. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get them...
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. On the option. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Reels it in down the left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Gators are rolling down the field.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Flagway. He tries to take the top off, and they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Getting some heat. Got a man, it's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. To the air, it's Lagway. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the Gators get it past the sticks. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let it go. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT. Almost put this one away.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Wants to throw. It's McNamara. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Iowa! And the pummeling has started.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Not only